Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy, I'm Chris the Dom One, and I am back with another video. Please believe, man, go check out my last videos I uploaded, the last two videos I uploaded a couple of days ago. Also, do support me on this channel. Subscribe and enjoy, you will not be disappointed. You can also follow me on Twitter. I said Twitter. I don't tweet as much, but when I do tweet, it's thoughtful. It is very informational. And you can also check me out on my other social media applications just by following me on Twitter. Alright? So, got all that stuff out of the way. Slow news week, really. Which segue into what I'm about to talk about. Lonzo Ball talked on, was an article on Lonzo Ball on BleacherReport.com, and he talked about working on his jump shot. He said that his jump shot he has a new technique. His jump shot is getting a little bit better. He also talked about the growing pains with the Los Angeles Lakers. His past with the Los Angeles Lakers, and he also talked about the future about the New Orleans Pelicans. If my camera does not, there we go. Talk about the future of the New Orleans Pelicans, right? And what I took away from the article is that Lonzo Ball is evolving into the player that I expect Lonzo Ball to be and to become. And the funny thing about when you draft players, there's no right or wrong way on how a player gets to their point when it comes to growth. Some players can, when they come out of the draft, their development and their growth it moves quickly. Others, it takes time. And the ones that take time are borderline. They're on that borderline of developing too slow or they're bust. A lot of teams and a lot of organizations, a lot of coaches, a lot of players, a lot of analysis out there give up on players too fast because of the process of their development and their growth. And I felt like a lot of people gave up on Lonzo Ball, but a lot of people did not analyze Lonzo Ball through and through. I kept telling everybody Lonzo Ball reminds me of a poor man version of Jason Kidd. He could do everything well, but he also is when you talk about his floor vision, when you talk about, and he's not selfish. He rather pass the ball than shoot. He rather pass first than shoot second. And I felt like that is not a lot of players that come in the NBA has that mentality. A lot of players want to shoot first and pass second. And to me, I feel like when you have players on your team that has that type of mindset and concept, you have, that creates better teams. A lot of people talk about how the Golden State Warriors, the reason why they're so special because they can shoot. I feel like the reason why the Golden State Warriors are so special because they understand one another and they have the mentality of let me give the ball to someone that gives us the easy opportunity of scoring. All right. And I feel like the Golden State Warriors are a true definition of team basketball. The same can be said for the San Antonio Spurs. The same can be said, and I had their name in my head, but I forgot it. Golden State Warriors, San Antonio Spurs. I feel like on some level, the Utah Jazz, the Portland Trail Blazers. I feel like more and more, you're going to have a lot of teams. It's going to be about teams, not about individuals. And that's what the new way of the NBA is. So Alonzo Ball is not that type of player that's going to leap off your paper or leap off your laptop, your smartphone, or your television. When you look at his numbers, it doesn't resonate that way. Obviously, he's never going to make, his plays and what he does is you're never going to constantly see him on a top 5 highlight or a top 10 highlight. But I feel like Alonzo Ball, they traded him to the right team, the New Orleans Pelicans. And I feel like the New Orleans Pelicans is not about superstars. It's about developing a solid team. And I feel like the New Orleans Pelicans, they're going to have a better record than they had last year. Remember, they had Anthony Davis. And, they have, Randall. They have a lot of players. To me, if Anthony Davis would have, if the trade demands wasn't a forecast over the New Orleans Pelicans, I felt like that harmed the team more than the play of the team. And now you got players on that in that organization like Zion Williams, Alonzo Ball, and others, JJ Redick. I feel like those players really want to be there. Okay, even though I question how JJ Redick got to the New Orleans Pelicans. No matter what I think, or no matter what other people think, he's there. Okay, and since he's been there, he's been on the campaign of I want to play for the New Orleans Pelicans. So there's no hidden motives there. Okay. Zion Williams, a lot of people forecast that Zion Williams wasn't happy that the Pelicans picked him, which to me, I thought that was ludicrous because you're the number 1 player. They have the number 1 pick. So why would you think they would not pick you? So to me, I felt like that was more so of white noise. That felt more like white noise, in my opinion. And I felt like a lot of teams, I felt like a lot of people were running with that story. I don't think it was a Zion Williams story. I think it was more so what the news outlets out there wanted to create a story and tried to create the wrong thing about Zion Williams. Sorry about the quality. So you got a lot of players on that squad that that's committed to the New Orleans Pelicans, and I feel like they're going to have a better record than last year. Okay, and I feel like they're also going to make a run for the playoffs. I still, depending on what the Phoenix Suns do, I feel like the Phoenix Suns has an opportunity to make the playoffs. I feel like the Dallas Mavericks have an opportunity to make the playoffs. And I feel like Sacramento Kings are going to try to make a run for the playoffs. But depending on what those 3 teams do, one of those teams is going to fall off or a major injury is going to happen. Whatever the case may be, the New Orleans Pelicans could be in line for a huge injury with Zion Williams or whoever. But I feel like those teams I mentioned, there are one of those 4 teams, or maybe 2 of those 4 teams, are going to have an opportunity to make the playoffs. And why not the New Orleans Pelicans? They have talent on that team. They have, they do have a rookie in Zion Williams. They have a lot of young players. They also have a lot of new players. And, you know, my big thing is, you guys know, chemistry is a key component in depending whether or not a team is going to be is going to be in the playoffs and be successful deep in the playoffs. You have to have chemistry at the end of the day. So I feel like they too have an opportunity. I feel like they're going to have a better record. I can go as far as this. I feel like they'll have a better record than what they had last year, and then they will have an opportunity to make a run for the playoffs. And just hold on 1 second, y'all. Yes, I like to have 2 chicken biscuit and 2 sweet teas. So, yeah, that's what I feel, and I feel like the New Orleans Pelicans, you know, have that capability of being, making a run, making a huge playoff run. And I feel like the New Orleans Pelicans, they're not going to be an easy out. They're going to be a real tough out from this standpoint. And it has little to do with Zion. Well, it has a little to do with Zion Williams, and more to do with the other cast, like Brandon Ingram. He's still going to give you a double-double, no matter if he's in LA or New Orleans. Now with the spotlight, with the Hollywood spotlight off of Brandon Ingram, he's going to be a better player for the New Orleans Pelicans. JJ Redick, he's still going to give you the mid-range, also the threes. He's going to be very consistent on that. His process is not, he's not developing down. He's developing up. Alonzo Ball, another pinnacle player for that team. He's going to get everybody in the mix. He's going to make sure, now since he got an actual shooter on the wings, like of a JJ Redick, now that's his bailout pass. Now, since he don't have to worry about LeBron James as far as getting him set up or playing alongside him, because I felt like they had the similar type mode, trying to pass it to other players. Now, since he's Don Gata of the point guards, there's no other point guards for him to worry about. I feel like now he can be in his own comfort zone. Like I said, he got JJ Redick, and someone who can actually shoot a mid-range or a three. Then he also have I forgot his name. That fat Brandon Ingram, and the other cast of the New Orleans Pelicans that was already there, like Randall. He used to play for the Los Angeles Lakers. He went to the New Orleans Pelicans. So you got that component there. All right. So you have a lot of great young players who's already on the staff of the New Orleans Pelicans, plus the new crop of players, the new additions to the New Orleans Pelicans. And I feel like that team is going to be phenomenal. I really do trust the coaching staff. They're seasonal, they're very experienced, and they understand that this is a process, okay? They're going to be sort of much like the 76ers when they had Simmons and Joel Embiid, okay? They're going to be in a process sort of thing. And let me give this lady my card. Hello.
I got you 2 Southern filet biscuits and 2 teas.
Yes.
$9.81.
81.
Thank you for choosing Bojangles. Can you help her on
Get rid of all that junk. Okay.
Just not ring your first 4 numbers, please.
First 4 numbers.
First name.
Oh, I got another card. It's the same one. 4736. Alright. Sorry. I don't know why I gave you that one. There we go. I see it now. I got the notification. Oh yeah, just put some jelly in there for her. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thought I was eating for myself. You have a good day. All right. Alrighty, where were we? Okay. Bam. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So yeah. I feel like Lonzo Ball is gonna bring something to the table for the Golden State Warriors, for the New Orleans Pelicans. And I feel like that was a perfect destination for Lonzo Ball, because Lonzo Ball, he needs to get out of the media spotlight and the Hollywood bright light spotlight. A lot of stuff has transpired in Lonzo Ball's life. He doesn't need that as well. It's the TMZ type of probing and all that stuff. So he's away from all that. He's also signed to Nike, and he's away from the Big Baller brand. He's not a spokesperson for the Big Baller brand. He also talked about how those shoes would tear up on him frequently, and if shoes like that are not very, if you got a shoe that tears up on you constantly, then it's not really a good shoe. And I feel like his father, instead of taking the input, even though it was criticism, and says, you know what, yeah, we did have problems with that shoe. Let's go back in the lab, make the shoe a little bit better. I respect you. You say you want to be under Nike. You want to be under the Nike brand. I respect that. That's nothing but a business move. I kind of wanted you to stay under the Big Baller brand. Make it family. We can keep this thing running. Things of that nature. But his father didn't take the criticism very well, and talked about his son being damaged goods. that when he made that damaged good comment, that was strictly him lashing out at Lonzo Ball by making the best decision for himself. Because out of the three brothers, Lonzo Ball, has enough charisma, and his brand is bigger, where Nike, where he needs, where he's going to get sponsors like Nike. And now, since he's got Nike in the camp, and he's on a new team, now he can start, improving and building his brand, which he was not doing when he was under Big Baller Brand. I felt like his father was his mouthpiece. His father would, tell him things that he didn't really say, things that he did not want to co-sign. He wanted to get a step away from his father. His father, at first, all the big name news outlets would love to have his father on one of their top shows or radio shows or podcasts and let him just speak his sort of truth. And ever since he got into a little hot water with when he went on First Take, Molly Rose, her last name Rose, she's married to Jalen Rose. When that went down, not a lot of people are fooling with Alonzo Ball's father. Not a lot of people are messing with him because of that. So he's sort of being blackballed from, and I'm pretty sure he's going to mention that. Oh man, first I would get Fox Sports 1 would hit me up. ESPN would hit me up. All these news outlets would hit me up. Now nobody's not hitting me up. Everyone's blackballing me. Okay? Which, right about now, he shouldn't be doing any interviews, because the first thing people want to talk about is his company and his shoe and what his son said about his shoe. And those are arrows he's not ready to take as of right now. Okay, so maybe being in the background will probably be beneficial for him. But as far as Alonzo Ball goes, I feel like nothing can stop him. Everything should be all the way up to him. Okay, he's got a new, his life is in order. He's on a new team. He's on his own wave, and he's with a star. Zion Williams is the biggest star on their team, and he hasn't even played 1 second of regular season basketball, and he's the wave. But the difference between Zion Williams and LeBron James is more established. LeBron James is iconic. LeBron James is a legend, like it or not, love it or hate it. But also, LeBron James had a lot of huge. Every team LeBron James goes, he puts that much pressure and that much expectations on that team. First thing with Cleveland, Miami, went back to Cleveland. Now he's a Los Angeles Laker. Every team LeBron James goes on, he puts way too much pressure and too much expectations on the other members of the team. And not because of his doing, it's just the following. Okay, it has nothing to do with LeBron James. It's the aura around LeBron James. And I felt like Alonzo Ball was not ready to be on that stage yet. So for him to go to the New Orleans Pelicans is very beneficial. That would be very beneficial for Alonzo Ball development. And like I said earlier in this presentation, people give up on players too fast because they don't see, some players develop fast while others develop slow. And I understand, like the news outlets like the First Takes and Undisputed and all these other shows, they just cannot wait so long to to wait on a player's development, because their shows are running daily and they got to have some type of news. And if he's not developing the way they want them to, for that player to develop, then they're gonna call him. They're gonna label him a bust. They're gonna label him a scrub. They're gonna talk about he's got too many distractions outside of what they're doing. This, that, and the third. Okay, it just takes a little. Some players take a little longer. Some players, they develop fast. So it's just one of those type of things. Okay. So that's all I wanted to say. And I knew nobody, when I had started this live stream, it was like 6 something. I knew a lot of people are not going to be watching this live stream live. And the only reason why I made this live stream is the simple fact to have a video out. I made 2 videos Monday. Today is Thursday. So I kind of wanted, to have something out on my channel for so when you guys catch the re-air of this, you listen to it, you pay, you get some entertainment by it. If you want to comment below, hit the like button, and if you want to share this content to your friends, family, and followers. Okay, so it's your boy. I'm Chris the Dom One, and I'm up out of here, guys. Deuces. I promised that guy I was going to do a 6'9" video, and there's really not too much to say about that particular thing, but I will do one because I told him I was going to do one and give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it. Okay, so it's your boy. I'm up out of here, man. I gotta go. Gotta work, boy. Gotta work. Make this money.